at that time, the Sangguniang Panlalawigan, the Committee of Laws and Governance, gave them at least 30 days to produce any report from any fact-finding government agency. However, until this day, there was no report given which could prove that there were allegations of amassing firearms, that there were several shabu laboratories inside the Kapihan. So by virtue of that, the committee headed by SP Bernal and the Sangguniang Panlalawigan of Surigao del Norte rendered the ordinance as null and void and ultra vires for being speculative, baseless, and discriminatory in nature. That's all, Your Honor.
Thank you. So, ito pala yung revoke ng Sangguniang Panlalawigan.
May I continue, Mr. Chair?
Yes, continue.
That's the real proof na inaapi yung kami ng LGU ng Socorro po.
Sandali. Before you continue, andito yung Provincial Legal Officer, Attorney Christopher Tripoli. Are you around?
Good afternoon.
Yeah. Is it true that such executive order was revoked by the Sangguniang Panlalawigan?
What was revoked, Mr. Chair, was the ordinance that was subsequently passed by the Legislative Council of the Municipality of Socorro.
The municipal ordinance.
Yes, Mr.
The same issue, the same topic.
Yes.
About banning the entry to Kapihan.
Generally, Mr. Chair, they adopted the executive order of the mayor.
Okay. Thank you for that. Please continue, Mr.
Mr. Chair, actually, Mr. Chair, I must confess na nag-lead ng kaguluhan doon ay ang LGU mismo, Mr. Chair. Kasi siguro because of political rivalry. Halimbawa, marami silang tatlong executive order, isang ordinansa na parang inaapi kami, parang discriminate kami. That was a class legislation. Tanong ko, bakit si Mayor Rachel naupo siya last July 22 July 1, 2022 hanggang ngayon hindi lang po siya nakabisita o nag-invite sa amin po doon sa Kapihan.
In-invitean ba niyo siya?
May I be recognized?
Sandali lang. In-invite po ba sila? Si Mayor?
Ang kuwan po namin is kung mayroon kaming mga problema, dapat as a mother, kasi sabi niya sa election campaign, mother of all. Pinunulatan kami, in-invite kami. In fact, I went twice sa kanya. Nasabi ko na ano ba ito kung pwede lang ayusin natin. Ano talaga ang gusto ng LGU, Mr. Chair. Pero ang nangyari, hindi siya maski mga activity ng LGU, hindi kami fairness, hindi kami involved.
Okay.
Aywan ko.
Before the Mayor answers the question, siguro, ako yung inyong whatever political differences that you may have among yourselves, Mayor at saka ikaw, pwede yang maariglo. Ha? Pwede yang maariglo, walang problema, pwede yang pag-usapan. Pero ang hindi mapag-usapan, yung mga issue ngayon na pinag-usapan natin, yung pagkasal ninyo ng mga bata na minor de edad at pagpupumilit na mag-sex sila at saka yung hindi pagpapaaral sa mga bata. Hindi talaga makuha sa usapan yan dahil ibang usapan yan, ibang usapan.
Your Honor, if I may.
Yeah, go ahead.
Your Honor, all of the issues raised here in this proceeding were also raised at the Sangguniang Panlalawigan, Your Honor. And in a recent interview by Sangguniang Panlalawigan Bernal, he even said that he has in his own verified sources that the intention, the motive behind the ordinance, which basically copied the EO 49, which gave the power of the task force Kapihan to get the custody of the children, was based on personal motive of Mr. Adelito Sangco. That's what is in his interview, Your Honor.
Okay, regardless, whatever, kung may motive behind or what, the fact remains that it was invalidated by the Sangguniang Panlalawigan. So wala na yun, wala nothing to discuss about that. Talagang mali yun na municipal ordinance as far as the Sangguniang Panlalawigan is concerned.
Yes, Your
Kasi
Honor.
niribok nila, di ba?
Yes, Your
So it stays, it stays. Na, pagbigyan ko lang muna sandali si Teresa, si attorney. Attorney, you have the floor.
Your
Right.
Honor, may I debunk the facts that what Attorney Lapitan said? Because she said that the reason why I'm stating the ordinance here, the proceedings in the Sangguniang Panlalawigan, because all of these forced marriages, the amassing of high-powered firearms, the creation of drug shabu laboratories inside the city of Kapihan were all raised in Sangguniang Panlalawigan. They were given a lot of time to sustain the constitutionality of the ordinance. However, until now, they did not present any report from any agency, PNP, DILG, or CHR at that moment. That's why it was said to be speculative and baseless. Second, she said that they filed an involuntary commitment and it was not responded. However, Your Honor, they only filed the involuntary commitment petition after 2 months after gaining custody over the children. They filed the involuntary commitment after we filed the writ of habeas corpus. That's why it was a belated action, because normally you would file an involuntary commitment if you would want to get the custody of a child. However, they already had the custody of the child.
Kaya nga, aminado na nga si attorney at saka si mayor na talo talaga sila sa kaso nyo. Dahil
Yes.
nakuha nyo balik yung bata eh. Kahit na gaano kaganda ng intention ni mayor na i-hold yung bata para, yun nga, ang bata na nga lumayas eh. Ang bata na nga ang umayaw, pumunta sa kanila, na-rescue nila. Ngayon, because of due process, ginamit ang lahat ng legal processes, lumabas talaga sa korte, which is desisyon ng korte na ibalik sa parents yan dahil under the law, dapat ang parents talaga magkustodya ng bata, hindi yung mayor, hindi yung DSWD. So, yun nga, talo nga sila talaga. Talo sila, under the law.
Yes.
Talo. So,
The reason
accepted
why-
na yan. Kahit anong intention nila, talo talaga. So, yeah,
Mr. Chair.
what are you trying to establish, attorney?
The reason why I'm raising this, Your Honor, is because she said that they filed the involuntary commitment first and it was not entertained by the court. However, upon summons, upon records would speak that they only filed 2 months after gaining custody of the children. That's why I will set the
Kaya nga,
record straight.
talo nga talaga sila dahil they're always two steps behind you.
Sa dami-dami kasing tumakas na doon, katatakot silang magsalita. Ito yung mga bata na matatapang, ito yung mga witnesses na matatapang. Kasi ang dami na kasing nagsasabi na ganitong nangyari sa kanila. Kasi imagine mga more than 1,000 na siguro yung bumaba. Pero ayaw nilang magsalita. Natatakot talaga sila. May tukhang balikan sila, and then the black van na sinasabi, van na sinasabi na puntahan sila. So, yung takot na balikan. So, ito yung sad thing na nangyayari sa kanila. Kasi, meron pang mas malala sa tingin ko na dinaanan. Meron pang talagang rape na nire-rape na tumatakas doon. Pero ayaw magsalita. Pinuntahan namin pero ayaw talaga kasi natatakot. Now, with the culture of fear, sana may tutulong na, ma-uplift yung nila na yung courage nila na magsalita. Ang dami kasi. And then psychologists or mga specialists na tutulong sa kanila kasi sa dinami-dami nila sa mga pinagdaanan nila doon sa taas. Sa tingin ko kinakailangan ng interventions. Now yung sa pagkuha sa mga bata, gusto talagang lang kunin yung mga bata lahat for purposes of recantation. May nag-recant na eh. Dalawa sa kanila nag-recant na. So kung hayaan nating may bigay yung mga bata, our cases will be weakened, I think. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, attorney. I think Colonel Laude, meron kang Women's and Children's Desk, di ba?
Yes, Your Honor.
Tutukan nyo itong problema na ito doon. Ha? Yung provincial WCD mo, pabiyahin mo, papuntahin mo doon sa Socorro para alalayan yung local government doon sa yung maintenance ng mga bata.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Kasi kung pabayaan natin ito, hanggang hearing tayo dito, mamaya pag-uwian doon, takot pa rin yung mga bata. Kailangan i-assure natin sila na hindi sila dapat matatakot at they should have peace of mind. Kasi mga bata pa ito eh. Pwede mo tutukan, dali mo doon yung mga kuan mo, Women's and Children's Days mo para magtumulong doon.
Yes, sir. As of now, sir, I have instructed also my provincial police security, sir, and my provincial investigation development detective unit, sir, to conduct investigation, further investigation.
Hindi lang investigation, kundi
Assist,
yung
yeah.
psychosocial intervention na paglayasan doon. Tapos ngayon, andyan, still living in fear. Baka pick upin ng black na van. Totoo ba ito, Mr. Galarida? Na pinipick up niyo yung mga bata doon ng black na van, ay babalik sa kapihan.
Wala naman po kaming black band. Mr.
Wala kayong
Chair.
black van.
Wala po.
Sino may-ari ng black van? Saan na yan? O urban legend lang yan?